Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I went downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
How
He
the fuck
considered the
does car
possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
That's true.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Okay,
and as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Yes, I'm dreaming,
he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
That would be a good explanation, though.
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh my god.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Oh, this is
it was
cool.
So much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Draining crack.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Okay.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too, surely. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh, wow.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
I can't see.
the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Wow, maybe I actually made outside.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
We don't want to do that.
I want my apartment,
we don't want that.
and my wife,
I want
and
my
my
wife,
job.
yes.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
No, you're not. You're definitely not fucking
fine.
normal, mate. Stanley, it's not normal.
I am okay.
Less than okay, because the fact you should probably go to a mental hospital.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Then I exploded.
Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. That's...
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh my god. Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane.
Okay.
I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh, okay. Is that it? Is that ending? How many more endings is there? Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the fuck's happened? Oh, okay, through here. Wait. Why has it changed so much? Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I always like the employee.
And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room, what a room.
What a room.
This is what Stanley thought. What a room. What a room, what a room. What a room. Va-va-voom.
Va-va-voom.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What are you doing?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What?
I know. God,
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
I've already been here before.
Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay, I'll go through the
Stanley
red door.
walked through the red door.
Okay, Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Okay,
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Oh,
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Let's go through that door. Okay. We're doing this one again, it seems, where we go to the happy land and almost commit suicide, but I'm not going to commit suicide this time.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Oh.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? No, wait. Where are you going? If we just stay right here, right... Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I'm going to kill myself.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You have... No. No, what are you doing, Stanley?
Go do it again.
Please,
I'm
asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Alright, one more. There you go.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that? Yes. Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
No, I can't see that. But there's a lot of colours. 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 Green. Where's the white go? Oh, you're starting to piss me off now. Let me, like, jump off.
No, perhaps not.
I'm gonna do it.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Yeah.
You'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
I'm teasing you. I'm here
I
now.
wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did.
Ooh, red.
I wish
Orange.
I still thought that was possible.
I can stay for a little bit. Let's see. Anything else gonna happen here? Nice bright colours. I have no idea. It's a really nice place. So I could sunbathe here and get a really good tan. I might get a bit like some sort of like I don't know. Don't know if it's ultraviolet rays or what. But either way, I should at least go a different colour. I'm gonna turn to a chameleon here, I can tell. But yeah, I don't know what it wants me to do. It's as if it wants me to commit suicide. I think it wants me to commit suicide. And that's actually what's going on. Okay, well it looks like I'm doing it. What a shame. Goodbye world. This is different.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yes, it's going to
I'm going
restart.
back.
You are going back. Well,